Speaking of shitting on things, let's get into the 60th anniversary trailer.
Well, for you, not for me.
Well, I think we should have this conversation.
Baby.
Context.
Yeah.
You said, after the shoot, you went home, watched it, loved it, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, as you would know, that shoot was a pretty stressful shoot. There was a lot of moving parts, and I was dead. And I watched this trailer, and I thought, well, that was fine. I was so, unfazed by it. I thought some of the VFX did look a little shonky, and I was checking Twitter, and everyone was like, these production values, and I was like, what? You're so... Doctor Who Twitter, you're stupid. You're so dumb. You naive little brats.
Wow.
And then I was just sat here blaming everything in my little shit fire, writing tweets and then deleting them, writing them, deleting them, be like, Doctor Who's fucked. If you like Doctor Who, you're a fucking nerd. I'm closing down the podcast. I was in rage mode, right? Literally, yeah. And so it was terrible. Well, not terrible. That's so harsh. I thought
terrible.
No, I just wasn't in on it, and I thought it was more of the same of what we'd seen from the trailer, but I also thought it wasn't necessarily that big of a step up from the Whittaker era in terms of VFX and in terms of overall selling the show as this new sexy badass rendition of it. I didn't think that stuff, and that's why I was disappointed. I was like, it just kind of looks like your standard sci-fi. Look at these guys in a green screen helipad. It's so Marvel. Ooh. And then I woke up in the morning and I watched it again. And I thought, oh, this is really good.
Oh.
I've seen it.
Wait, hang on a minute.
I've seen it 20 times now, and I think it's good.
Okay, but you don't sound like that. You sound like you tolerate it.
No, I'm hyped. I'm hyped for it now.
Do you really like it now?
I'm hyped. I still think I actually generally will stand my ground on this, and I do think some of the helipad CGI stuff and Neil Patrick Harris and this CGI gun thing and giant Neil Patrick Harris, that stuff doesn't work for me at all because I just don't care for that kind of thing. But it's all the David and Catherine stuff I think is really cool. There's this annoying camera movement that still fucks me off.
Kick its ass, yeah.
Yeah, it's we're gonna go and kick its ass, and there's this unmotivated, really clinical, really what's the word I'm looking for? Corporate Steadicam shot that follows her, and I think that was just really cringe. Other than that, yeah, I generally was along for the ride. I thought it was a fun trailer. I think it would have been great for new audiences. Well, audiences that maybe haven't watched since the David Tennant era, and they're kind of oh yeah, Donna.
Yeah, well, I showed my family on the big screen.
Yep.
And watching it on the big screen as well, by the way, which I did 10 times yesterday. I mean, they were just completely shocked about how good it looked. Look, okay, I think it's fine for us to be there's some of the bit of a ropey CGI here and there. But I think for general audiences like that, I think they're just oh my God, Doctor Who looks amazing these days.
And it does in a lot of, in 90% of the trailer it does. But there was just some CGI shots that I was just a bit maybe I'm definitely expecting too much for a TV show budget, right? But I think just given the hype that it was in terms of stepping up in quality, and Flux already did some incredible CGI. So
I think this is the scary thing about these specials, is that we're gonna go into them I wouldn't be surprised if either one of us or both of us has the reaction you had to the trailer where you're I don't know about this.
Yeah.
And then later on, probably after we do the review, be actually, you know what? After a rewatch, I actually do like it.
That wasn't so bad.
I don't know. I feel how is it ever gonna get your expectations?
Yeah.
I don't know. Considering I really loved the trailer, I mean, I think you can tell from my reaction. I really did.
Yeah.
Just love it. It's funny you mentioned the Avengers, the Avengers Tower.
Yeah.
Kind of unit thing, because my family brought that up.
Yeah.
And that kind of I was I don't know if I want people to think Doctor Who's gone very Avengers-y.
Yeah.
But you could tell it's really inspired by Iron Man and Captain America and Hulk.
I prefer
God.
I prefer Unit as that kind of low-key thing.
Look at them now, huh?
And now it's oh, here you go, massive tower, central of London with Unit written down the side. It's
well, they had a big
there's such a thing called
power.
subtlety.
It got blew up.
But it wasn't a big thing that said Unit. It was just a building that they'd bought and put themselves in. Whereas this is Unit has built this skyscraper that has Unit plastered on the side, massive helipad sticking out of it.
Well, I think they're kind of setting that up because that would be the main hub for the spin-off. So
yes and no, because I don't think that helipad set still exists.
They're it's just Like it's there, but you'll never see it. You'll never see it.
We don't have the budget to keep it up.
We have a helipad, but you'll never see it.
Let's get into some proper trailer stuff, right?
Yeah, okay. Where do you want to start? From the beginning?
Well, the beginning, it was a bit of like an eye roll where it's like, I've seen this all before.
Aiden, you're so...
Well, come on, mate. We have. How many times are we going to hear?
Sometimes.
I feel like I'm missing something.
Yeah, there was more dialogue to it, though.
Oh, yeah, they added like 4 more words. It really helped me. Yeah, build my hype up. I was so keen from those 4 words, man.
We got more shots of David looking around corners when she was talking.
That's exactly what I wanted.
And, you know, just a shot of him going...
Now, I'm glad. If it wasn't for emotional David scenes later, like the banging, which I think is also a really good meme. Like,
I love that.
Josh put up one where they were like, when this is not in the 60th trailer, and it's David like, ah!
Look, David sells it, you know.
He does, and that's the stuff that really works for me in this trailer.
Yeah,
kind of thing. I know it's in safe hands with him.
Yeah, definitely. And then we get to see the Doctor when the speech. I was always wondering who he's talking to about, where he says, you know, like if she ever remembers me, she will die.
She will die.
And it's for
Ruth Medley.
Ruth, correct. So, and you see her later on the helipad at Unit.
So she's a Unit babe.
Everyone assumed Unit babe. Wow. Everyone assumed that she was going to work for Unit because, you know, Doctor Who fans are always right.
Yeah.
And
she just seems like a cool Unit inclusion, I feel.
Yeah. She'll be in the spin-off as well.
Yep.
You know, I think it opens up really well. I love how it's like, you know, and what happens? A spaceship crashes right in front of us. We get a really. This is one thing that really made me laugh, and I kind of hate, is that like it's like the BBC stock of like a crowd going. I've heard that damn sound everywhere, and I don't know if it'll actually be in the episode, but I was like, that I noticed tiny little things like that, and I'm like, I love how interesting.
The trailer starts with David already just recapping the first act of the Star Beast. Spaceship crashes. But yeah, so we see like more footage of Beep, the Meep, and the RAF Warrior robots. I love Meep.
Meep.
Yeah. Meep.
There's a bloody Martian in the shed.
Funny. That's a line that, like, as I'm going to like this trailer more and more, that's a line that makes me laugh every time.
That is a callback, ladies and gentlemen, to when Donna used to call the Doctor Martian.
It'd be funny if she's referring to the Doctor as the Martian, not Beat the Meep.
Oh, I love a bit of trailer trickery.
Trailer trickery, baby.
All right, so controversial part of the trailer.
Right, okay.
Get ready for this.
I'm scared.
Sylvia slaps the Doctor.
I've heard a bit of what the fuck's wrong with this?
Well, no, I agree. I think it's going to work for the scene because literally her daughter will fucking die.
Yeah.
Think about that as like a character motive. I think it was definitely a good callback to like when Jackie stitched this, mate.
Yeah, it's just it's just very of that.
I think people got upset about it just because domestic abuse is not fun, folks.
But also because they're Doctor Who fans
and we just love to complain.
There's a thing called TV, which is not real life.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I think the scenes were like, it seems like the RAF Warriors are coming for Beep the Meep and then Unit's coming for the RAF Warriors.
Yeah, I think so.
So it's all like going to be a bit
like cat and mouse chase, really.
Bit of a cat and mouse chase. Oh, so another thing as well is that there seems to be like a bit of a force field protecting
the dock.
Is this?
This isn't the Sonic. Don't do that.
Is this the Sonic?
The Sonic does not make force fields.
Or?
If the Sonic makes force fields, I quit.
Well, we have been talking about how the Doctor's been doing like it kind of like comes up like a bit of a Tony Stark AI. And we all know that Doctor Who is now the new Avengers.
Yeah, it is.
Either that or maybe it's Beep the Meep. Saving the day.
Maybe more of a Beep the Meep contraption, but who knows?
I hope it's Beep. I don't want it to be the Sonic.
Yeah.
But I just think those scenes, obviously directed by Rachel, look great. I absolutely love it. Yeah. And then we get to see. We've never seen this before in Doctor Who trailers for the 60th. We get to see Neil Patrick Harris dancing. Yeah, we've never seen that before.
It's so cool new footage.
We've never seen it before. So after the trailer came out, we then got an article being like, Neil Patrick Harris is playing the Toymaker. Yeah. So why didn't they just say it in the trailer?
Maybe like the reveal moment is maybe the reveal they want to keep.
At this rate...
No, but maybe it's a special moment in the episode, you know? Like, maybe there's something more to it. Maybe it's in a setting that we shouldn't know about. Maybe...
He is starting to recognize me.
That's so cool. I love that little...
Yeah.
His voice is so cool.
Oh, look at you. You're getting excited.
Things, yeah, I really... lots of things that really get me gassed.
At this rate, though, the trailer already dropped. Just leave it for the episode. Like, do we really need... Everyone knew he was the toy maker. I just wish they left it, because it's like, well, we've already got the trailer. Like, I'm pretty sure we can put 1 and 2 together. People have been saying, since he was casted, that he's playing the toy maker. It's like when they did like a big article like a week ago, like Miriam is playing Beep the Meep, and it's like,
also news to us.
It's like, what? Everyone knew it.
We all knew it, mate. No confirmation that Kate is in it, because we get to see Kate around all the helipad stuff.
Surprise Pikachu.
That's the thing. When she rocked up in the trailer, I finished the trailer and was like, oh, we didn't really get any new like reveals or announcements from this trailer. And then I sort of sat back and I saw like the Kate Stewart is like Gemma Redgrave is Kate Stewart on Twitter, and I was like, oh yeah, we actually haven't had it announced or seen any like footage of her actually in the 60th. We've only seen Unit Boys running around. So
yeah, that's what really excites me though, because I feel like they are capable of keeping secrets.
Yeah, definitely. Because Mel obviously is there, but we've not seen her yet.
Not according to Doctor Who leaks. Blah. No, she literally is, because like there's literally from the photo that they posted of Mel, she's wearing like something around her arm.
Yes.
And Kate's wearing it too. So this is obviously like, because the whole world's gone mad, everyone's under mind control. They have to wear those to keep them safe. Yeah, and they're literally wearing it. They're both wearing it. So it's like, are you kidding me?
Sorry, I was talking loud so that it was going into Connor's mic and not mine. There we go, we're back. Sorry for that good sound. Yep, let's go back to it.
Audio.
The Star Beast.
Yep.
We know what's going on there, mate. Cat and mouse chase.
Nah.
It's nuts, right? They solve, Beep goes away, fucking oath. The Wrath Warriors unit gets him, no drama, whatever happens at the end there, okay?
No drama, just several hundred dead.
It's just several hundred dead. Meanwhile, there's like a little thing going on, just little sneaky things of toy makerness, right? Okay? And the Doctor's like, oh, I know this
Something
fucking
is
dude.
coming
Something's
back.
coming.
I can feel it.
I can feel it in my bones. I feel it in my fingers. I feel it in my Sonic.
Bzz. Christmas all
Around
me.
us. What a film. Anyways, so and then the end of the Star Beast is that scene that we saw in the trailer where, you know, the Doctor and Donna are about to go in the TARDIS, and Sylvia and Rose and Sean. It's Sean, right? They're like, whoa, Mom! And something's like the TARDIS is going all funny and the TARDIS disappears. Okay? But I think that leads you into Wild Blue Yonder.
Interesting.
Okay? Also think that just before that happens, things start going mad, right? So people start screaming, chaos happens, all the toy maker stuff's going on.
That's a good idea.
Right? And then that's why there's that shot of David looking up and the plane's crashing, because it's like the people on the plane have gone,
What
crazy,
now?
and now the plane's crashing. And so they're like, shit. And they stood there, and then the TARDIS disappears, and they wake up in Wild Blue Yonder. Okay? Wild Blue Yonder takes place, and part of the struggle is that David isn't there. He can't help Earth at the moment. Instead, he's stuck in this like toy maker box, this toy maker game or something. And I think, and I did get this specific part from Twitter, that he's being forced to like watch some either specific moments of his past that have been traumatic, or maybe like companions, bad things that have happened to his companions since leaving his side. So maybe he says like Susan's death or something like that, and that's why he has like that moment where he's like banging on it, he's like, no. And then he has that moment where he's like, why does it have to be this? I think that's him like being tortured by the bloody toy maker basically, whilst everything's going nuts back on Earth. Catherine saves him or whatever at the end of it, and then they head into the giggle where it's all right, now let's stop this chaos, because you then have that line from Kate where she's like, how do we fight the human race?
Great line, by the way.
Now, and then it's the Avengers, then the helicopters flying the TARDIS
Kate
over.
Lethbridge Stewart.
I don't think we see Kate properly until episode 3. Maybe a short scene in episode 1 or something.
I agree with that. And do you think we won't see Neil Paddy Harris till episode 3?
I reckon Neil Paddy Harris is teased all throughout. I think episode 3 is where like he's the big bad and he's there the whole time. But
I think that'd be smart.
I reckon we have little teasers throughout it. Because I think that toy box, you know where he's like massive, he's grabbing shit.
Your favourite shot?
It looks a bit weird, but it's fine.
I actually kind of like it.
I reckon that's like when the Doctor's like trapped in his like prison in Wild Blue Yonder or whatever.
Yeah.
That's him. Like that's like a little thing where he's like.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're in like the box of hell.
Yeah.
Something
The
so
toy maker's
bad
toy
that
box.
the TARDIS ran away.
Yeah.
I love how you can see
stupid
later on,
Steadicam
you know,
shot.
there's that like dent in the wall.
Yeah.
That's from the TARDIS like smashing against
Yeah,
it. Like
yeah.
that's sick.
Yeah.
Ada's favorite line, of course. Let's go kick its ass.
Well, it's not the line, it's the camera movement. It just pisses me off. I just think it looks shit, but that's okay.
Fair enough.
So I feel like that theory that I just brought on is pretty spot on. Maybe the bubble yonder is a little bit, we don't know what's going on there. That's just a theory. But I think episode 1 and 3 were pretty...
Well, it depends who you want to believe when they say that there's a lot more to come.
Who said there's Disney Doctor Who leaks?
Just people, man. Just people. I don't know. I think there's got to be something more. I put it this way, like I think this is like the perfect time for Russell to come in and just do something like crazy and bombastic, and then like not go like tame for Shooty's era, but like Shooty's era is like back to basics seasons of Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Or should I say series of Doctor Who, not to annoy people. You know, it's like back to like doing a series of Doctor Who. I think this is like going to just be like bombastic, crazy. You know, Donna's back, Doctor's back, Matt Smith rocks up. You know, Martha's there. You know, that kind of thing. If it really isn't that, I think I will just be like, that was a missed opportunity.
Yeah, it really is, right?
Like, come on.
They've got, well, obviously we know Mel's back, and Kate is a great thread. That's just awesome. I think it's so awesome that Kate is just like this
I love
recurring
that.
thing.
Yeah, it's really cool she's in it, man. Like, and obviously we know she's in Shooty's era.
Yeah.
It's funny though, because she said, I haven't filmed scenes with Shooty in the new season.
Yeah, she's only worked with Millie.
But that doesn't mean she hasn't filmed with him in the 60th. Ooh. Because like Yasmin Finney said she filmed with Shooty. So I assume that he'll have scenes with multiple people.
Yeah.
And all that kind of thing.
Yeah, we'll get to that Shooty shot in a second.
The last shot.
The last shot, mate. But here's one thing that someone else pointed out on Twitter that I think was really good, is David Tennant's performance is definitely not the 10th Doctor. It's different. It really is. Like, that moment where he's like, Kate Lethbridge Stewart. That's not 10th Doctor. He's not big, putting his arms out like this. That's like Jodie Whittaker. That's what she would do. She'd be like, Kate Lethbridge Stewart. Like, she does these big arms. She's very physical like that. And I think that's like awesome that he's sort of bringing these slightly different elements. Do you see what I mean?
I do now, actually. Wow. Yeah. I didn't think about that. I do love how Kate's just been in power and now she's in the 60th. I would love a line to be like, I saw, Chloe on Twitter. I saw she was like, "Do you think Kate would tell the what's it called, the group of companions? You know, at the end, the group they were in.
Yeah.
It's like, I wonder if she goes back to them. It's like, you're never gonna guess who I just saw.
Yeah, guess who I ran into?
He's fucking changed.
It's 10, and
then he changed again. You're not gonna believe this. I love that though. I think it's great. So she's now met everyone but Eccleston in the new era.
Yeah.
Like she really is just like a really cool. Because again, like I was saying to my dad, because my dad like loved the Brig, and I was explaining to him who Kate is, and I was like, well, that's what the Brig did in classic Who. Like he would meet all the different incarnations.
Yeah.
So now it's just like, I think it's great that now she gets to meet all the different incarnations.
I'm so glad that she's up for it as well. Like, she's not like, she didn't just do a few seasons and was like, right, I'm happy to move on. She's just happy to keep coming back and understands like the weight of her character.
Dude, totally.
Which is awesome.
What do you think of like the helicopter scene and stuff? Was that a bit too rock and roll for you?
No, I liked the depressed David looking out the window like, oh no, like, because that's the thing. It's like, I think Starbeast ends with like just chaos starting, and then episode 3 starts with like him just having to be like, fuck, like I've missed all of this, like I've not been here to save them. So I think that's cool, that little bit of weight from him. What did you think? Do you think that there is a massive time jump in terms of Earth and between Power of the Doctor Earth and the Starbeast Earth?
Is this because of Yasmin Finney's age?
Yasmin Finney's age, for one. Yeah, that is the main one.
Yeah.
And the second thing is...
Rose.
Yeah, because she, I think, can only be about, 13?
Yeah.
Technically, and she's clearly not. Like, Yasmin's, 20?
Yeah, I believe so.
Which you could pass her as like a 16, 17-year-old.
Yeah.
Heartstopper does that well.
But 13's pushing it.
Very much pushing it.
Yeah.
But also we have like... you know, the unit tower. They've built this unit tower in a year since the Power of the Doctor, and it's this new fancy building in the middle of London. Like, I think we're in for like a 5-6 year time jump into the future.
Oh, that would annoy me. I always loved how Chibnall always like kept it very like linear.
Like had the air dates actually in the episode and stuff
like that. Yeah, that's the thing. I was like, oh, I'll drop you back to 2020, and it was 2020. I kind of like that. I don't know. I feel like that would bug me. Either that or like, I mean, Rose could be adopted.
Definitely that too. Yeah, yeah, that's an option.
Which I think is another cute. Like, it's just what Russell does. Like representation. Like they can do an adopted storyline as well as her being like trans as well.
We've already had that with the Timeless Child.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say Chibnall try to do that, but yeah, it's a good question, and it kind of bugs me because I don't want it to be like it's 2028.
Have lots of exploding things going on towards the end of the trailer. London's like falling apart.
Recognize me.
That's all very cool. London's falling apart.
Yeah. What do you think of?
What's that? What is that supposed to mean, mate?
The floor.
Oh, yeah. Okay. It's more of like a flying sound. It's like an explosion on the floor sound. Yeah, it's cool. It was another thing where I wasn't like 100% sold on the VFX of that. But...
Far out.
Maybe, I don't know.
Hey, it's such a fucking...
Yeah. Here's the thing. I like the scope. Because I always felt like the 50th, we haven't done like a big end of universe threat sort of thing for a while, and I felt like the 50th was a good time to have that large, big, bombastic thing going for it. So I'm kind of glad that 60th is doing it, you know?
Yeah, I just hope, I just don't want it, I don't want every like episode to be like, you know, Marvel, like the world is coming to an end.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't, and it's like the world is coming to an end.
Yeah, which is like, you know, something that Russell did fall into a lot in his era, and he gets away with it. But it's like,
I know that's the thing. It might work for the story.
Yeah,
but I don't mind. Like obviously the world is not going to end.
Yeah,
we have a shooty season to come.
Yeah,
but you know, it's like I just hope that London looks like fucked up, and I just hope there's like repercussions for that. Like, I hope it's not just like we'll just blow up London and it's fine.
Yeah,
you know?
And David Russell was pretty good at that from memory, was he?
I think he's got it.
Yeah, I think so.
I have complete faith in that man.
What do you think of
him so much.
The moment I saw these eyes when David's like, Donna, I don't think that I can save you this time.
Yeah, he just completely sells it.
He does. Like, he's so...
I don't know. Dude, he's so good.
He's so...
Dude, he literally is so great.
He's perfect.
I think again, this is just like this is for idiots on Twitter to be like, I can't, in all caps, I can't believe they might kill Donna off.
Well, here's the thing. It's like there's no way Donna's gonna die, but they might. You know, like that's the thing. It's like
I'd love it if she died. I feel like it would just leave such an impact.
It would be very impactful. Yeah, maybe, and that's why Shooty's at the grave in the Christmas special. Like. Yeah, who the fuck knows, right?
Yeah, well, because I watched the trailer yesterday with my family, my mum was like, I was trying to explain to my mum like what the mind wipe thing was, and I said, it happens in the season 4 final, and she's like, can you put it on? And I was like, of course. So I watched.
You want me to watch Doctor Who?
Yeah, I was
don't
like,
have to ask me twice.
So I watched the Stolen Earth and Journey's End yesterday, and it's really tragic. Like it really is tragic. I'm like, wow, this actually kind of reminds me of the fact that Russell isn't opposed to doing like a final the final for the 60th in this example that can be really actually sad and just heartbreaking.
Yeah, which is what I want. I you can already tell from David's performance that in Wild Blue Yonder and The Giggle we are gonna have like some heart-stopping moments.
Something's, and maybe that's where like, you know, Yasmin Finney's Rose can be a bigger character in Shooty Zero. It can be like bringing on the noble name.
Yeah, the legacy of Temple Noble.
Of Temple Noble. Yeah,
that should be her
Temple
first episode.
Yeah, the legacy
of Temple Noble.
Yeah, it's like almost bringing on that legacy because I don't think Catherine Tate's ever going to come back. Like,
no, I don't think so. This was it, you know.
What's the point of knowing her character's alive? She might as well just die, you know.
What's the point of being alive?
What's the point of being alive if you can't help each other?
There's also another cool moment from David where we're like sort of swirling around him and you can tell that he's talking to Kay and everyone at Unit HQ, and his he just has that like very serious face. It's like something's coming back. I have a memory. And they bring in there's like this little sound that like goes in the background of that, and it's just I think it's the Fires of Pompeii like no, it's not that, but it's some like there's just some sound that's very familiar to the RTD era.
Dude, I rewatched that recently and like it's so funny in that score.
Yeah, but
you just wanted that to play in the trailer.
I hope. Yeah, why is that not here? But that's cool. I feel like there's good gravity to David's performance in that moment.
He is starting to remember me.
Should get right at the end. Opens his eyes.
One more thing.
Okay.
Sorry. The what do you think of the "Your fight is with me"?
Oh yeah. See, this is the part that I'm not like. I don't mind like David in that bit, but it's just like we got a big laser gun on, and Neil Patrick Harris just sat in this thing
wearing the goggles and
I'm
definitely gonna have a few costume changes we see him in like 4 different costumes.
Yeah.
So it's probably gonna be like very
we see him like sprinting in his little toy thing as well, his little toy soldier thing. Yeah.
The little pedals.
Yeah.
Wee.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll reserve judgment for that when I see it because I'm sure it's going to be great.
I think you should I think you should reserve judgment for everything you said.
Okay.
Every bad thing you said.
Okay.
It could fit the scene really well.
It
Last
could,
shooty shot, not a huge fan.
Neither. It's very staged, isn't it?
Yeah.
It feels very staged.
Yeah.
I hope it's not like that's like the last shot of the 60th or something. And he's like, and now it's time for the next one.
Yeah, I much prefer the can someone tell me what the hell is going on here?
Yeah.
Which I think is kind of cool they didn't reuse that for the 100th time. That would have just made Aiden so happy.
Well, they could have reused it with a different background.
True.
Like the actual background or something.
Yeah.
Or another fake background.
I'm not another fake one, yeah. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I think it sets it up and yeah, I just thought it was a great trailer. I love how long it was. Oh, but what really irked me, and I don't understand, is just the no release date thing.
Give me the release date, please.
Do you think there's a chance maybe they're still like playing it by ear to see when they want to play it?
No way. No, this stuff was locked off like a year ago, I reckon. Like, this stuff gets scheduled
not according to Doctor Who Twitter.
Doctor Who leaks on Twitter? What? They're still
not
undecided?
Doctor Who leaks. I'm talking about Doctor Who Twitter in like general. I don't know. Unfortunately, I feel like because we had that Who Spy posted note.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I feel like that might be.
So you were talking shit about me posting that on Twitter, but you think I'm actually right?
Yeah, I guess I owe you an apology.
So what we're saying is daily episodes for the 60th.
Yeah, I owe you an apology, Aiden.
Thanks, man. I needed that.
Fuck you. There you go. That's my apology.
I would love if it dropped at 9:30 a.m. on a Tuesday or Thursday.
We
bro.
would be dead.
No, we would be fucking great because
it's not going to happen.
It would drop at 4:30 p.m. in Australia. We get home from work. Let's get on the episode. Wow, I've had a good day of work.
Mum.
Been looking forward to this all day. Haven't had it spoiled like the Brits are having it spoiled at the moment whilst they're at work. Good fucking shit.
Yeah, now you know how it feels. Yeah. Now you know how it feels. Never going to happen.
All the Brits are like, yeah. the David Tennant smacking. Yeah.
Why does it have to be this? Dude, never going to happen.
I know.
We're going to get fucked over for 3 days. Wake up at 3, do the podcast, go to work, go home, wake up at 3, do the podcast, go to work, go home.
Every day I'm hustling,
do the podcast,
hustling.
go home and sleep for a year.
Or until the Christmas special where we do it all again.
We're going to be like cream crackers.